Welcome to a journey through the cosmos, where silence hides violence. You are watching Dark Sky Dive, exploring the unknown universe. From millions of miles away, the giant planet Jupiter looks incredibly calm, wrapped in elegant bands of swirling colored clouds. Floating silently in the darkness of space, this massive world appears to be a peaceful giant sleeping in the void. But this calm is an illusion. Because on Jupiter, storms are not just simple weather events like they are here. They are absolute monsters, tearing through the atmosphere with a ferocity that defies everything we know about planetary physics today. And the largest of them all has been raging longer than the United States has existed as an independent nation. This is the story of the Great Red Spot, a storm so vast that it could swallow the entire Earth. It is a storm so powerful that it could consume our home planet and still have plenty of room left. Let us start with the scale. The Great Red Spot is a gigantic storm system located in Jupiter's southern hemisphere. At its widest point, it stretches over 16,000 kilometers across, a distance that is hard for us to comprehend. That is larger than the diameter of Earth. If you dropped our planet into this storm, it would simply disappear. Earth would not just fit inside it, it would be lost within the swirling chaos of crimson clouds and wind. And this is not a brief hurricane or a seasonal event. This storm has been raging for more than 3 centuries. The first confirmed observations date back to the late 1600s, when early astronomers pointed primitive telescopes toward the sky. They noticed a strange red oval that never went away. That same storm is still there today, spinning and roaring. It is alive. On Earth, the most powerful hurricanes reach wind speeds of about 300 kilometers per hour max. They flatten cities. They reshape coastline. They leave devastation in their wake. But on Jupiter, those numbers are laughably small. Inside the Great Red Spot, winds exceed 600 kilometers per hour, twice as fast as Earth's strongest recorded storms. But here is the truly terrifying part. These winds do not weaken over time. They do not run out of energy. They do not collapse after landfall because on Jupiter, there is no land to stop them or slow them down. Earth's storms die because they lose energy. They hit continents, they cool down, and they run out of warm water. Jupiter has none of these limitations. It is a gas giant made almost entirely of hydrogen and helium gas layers. No solid surface, no oceans to exhaust, no mountains to slow the winds. The storm is free to rage forever. The Great Red Spot is constantly fed by powerful jet streams flowing around the planet, acting like a cosmic battery. Think of it not as a storm, but as a self-sustaining engine of chaos, endlessly powered by Jupiter's internal heat. Jupiter actually emits more energy than it receives from the sun. That extra heat rises from deep within the planet. This heat fuels storms on a scale that Earth simply cannot produce, creating weather systems that last for many centuries. For centuries, scientists did not know why the Great Red Spot was red. Early theories ranged from dust to aliens. Today we have a clearer picture, but it is still strange. The red color likely comes from complex chemical reactions. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun interacts with ammonia, phosphorus, and sulfur compounds in Jupiter's upper atmosphere to create color. These reactions create reddish compounds, essentially a chemical scar burned into the storm by the harsh sunlight above. The deeper the storm churns material upward, the darker and redder it becomes. It is the atmosphere turned inside out. This is not a flat, two-dimensional hurricane. The Great Red Spot is a towering structure extending hundreds of kilometers up. NASA's Juno spacecraft revealed that the storm reaches depths of at least 300 kilometers below the cloud tops. That is deeper than Earth's oceans are tall. Inside, massive cloud towers rise and collapse in a complex dance. Energy circulates in a complex dance that scientists are still struggling to fully understand. It is not chaos. It is organized. It is organized violence. Jupiter is covered in storms, thousands of them, but none are safe near the great spot. Smaller storms that drift too close are often absorbed, stretched apart, and ripped into fragments by the larger vortex. Imagine a hurricane on Earth consuming another hurricane and growing stronger because of it. This is predatory behavior. This predatory habit may be one reason the Great Red Spot has survived for centuries. It does not just endure, it feeds. But here is where the story takes a surprising turn. For decades, astronomers have noticed something strange. The Great Red Spot is shrinking. In the late 1800s, it was nearly 40,000 kilometers wide across. It was wide enough to fit 3 Earths side by side. Today, it is less than half that size. Does this mean the storm is finally dying? Maybe. Or maybe it is just changing its shape and intensity. Recent observations suggest the storm is becoming taller, even as it becomes narrower, like a spinning column tightening upward. On Jupiter, storms do not always fade quietly. They can transform, or they can collapse violently into something new. Let us imagine the impossible. What if the Great Red Spot appeared on Earth right now? There would be no escape. Wind speeds would tear buildings from their foundations instantly. The pressure differences alone would rupture human lungs in seconds. The storm would dominate half the planet, disrupting global climate systems instantly. Oceans would be thrown into absolute chaos. The atmosphere would be shredded. Life as we know it would not survive such a cataclysmic planetary event. The fact that Earth has never produced anything remotely like this storm is not a coincidence. It is physics. It is a reminder of how fragile and rare our planetary balance truly is compared to the giants. The Great Red Spot is not just Jupiter's most famous feature. It is a symbol of unlimited planetary forces. It shows what happens when nature operates without limits. Endless energy. No solid ground. Gravity shaping chaos into structure. Jupiter is not a failed star. It is something else entirely. A world where storms do not pass. They rule. And as long as Jupiter continues to burn with internal heat, the Great Red Spot will keep spinning and watching. A crimson eye watching the solar system, reminding us that compared to the giants of space, Earth is small. And we are incredibly lucky to be safe on our little blue rock, far away from the monsters. But the story of Jupiter does not end with the red spot. The planet holds many more dark secrets. From the geometric cyclones at its poles to the metallic hydrogen ocean hidden deep beneath its crushing atmosphere. We are only just beginning to understand the true nature of the king of planets and its violent storms. Humanity has sent brave machines to die in these clouds, transmitting their final words before being crushed by pressure. Their sacrifice has given us the knowledge we have today, painting a picture of a world of extreme extremes. The Great Red Spot is not alone. It is accompanied by white ovals and turbulent bands of ammonia ice. Lightning on Jupiter is 1,000 times more powerful than on Earth, illuminating the dark side of the planet. Imagine a thunderstorm that covers a continent, flashing with energy that could power human civilization for 1,000 years. The winds create art on a planetary scale, swirls and eddies that look like paintings from the old masters. It is a chaotic beauty, a masterpiece painted by gravity and thermodynamics over billions of years of evolution. But unlike a painting, this canvas is always moving, always changing, driven by the heat from below. Deep down, hydrogen turns into a liquid metal, conducting electricity and generating the planet's massive magnetic field. This magnetic field creates radiation belts so intense that they would fry a human in seconds if exposed. Even our robotic explorers need heavy shielding to survive near Jupiter. It is a hostile kingdom in every way. In infrared light, the Great Red Spot glows like a beacon, leaking heat from the interior into space. It acts as a cooling vent for the planet, releasing the energy generated by the crushing gravity of the core. This balance between internal fire and external ice is what keeps the storm spinning for centuries on end. Jupiter's moons watch this eternal storm from a safe distance, silent witnesses to the violence of their parent planet. Even the moons are affected. Io is stretched and squeezed by Jupiter's gravity until it erupts with volcanoes. Jupiter is the bully of the solar system. Its gravity shapes the destiny of everything that comes near it. We saw this power in 1994, when a comet smashed into Jupiter, creating scars larger than Earth. Those scars faded, but the Great Red Spot remained, indifferent to the violence, continuing its endless rotation. Some scientists believe Jupiter acts as a shield, absorbing impacts that might otherwise destroy life on Earth. In a way, the monster protects us. Its gravity cleans the solar system of dangerous debris and wandering rocks. So we can look at the Great Red Spot with a mix of fear and gratitude. It is beautiful. The complexity of the turbulence, the richness of the colors, the sheer impossibility of its existence is mesmerizing. We are still learning. Every new mission to Jupiter reveals more questions than answers about this giant storm. Future missions will dive deeper, fly closer, and maybe even drop probes directly into the eye of the storm. Imagine the footage from inside the red spot. A world of red fog, constant thunder, and crushing pressure. It would be the most terrifying video ever captured. A glimpse into the true power of the natural universe. If you stood on the moon Europa, the Great Red Spot would hang in the sky like a giant eye. It would be a view of haunting beauty, a reminder of the forces that shape our cosmic neighborhood. Will the Great Red Spot disappear in our lifetime? Some models say yes. Others say it will last forever. Even if it fades, Jupiter will birth new monsters. The heat engine of the planet will never stop churning. The planet itself is a storm factory. It does not need the sun to create weather. It creates its own. Saturn has storms too, but nothing compares to the stability and violence of the Great Red Spot on Jupiter. It is unique in our solar system, a perfect storm that found the perfect conditions to become immortal. When you look up at Jupiter in the night sky, remember what is happening on that small point of light. It looks peaceful from here, but up close, it is a hellscape of wind and fire and crushing pressure. That contrast is the essence of space exploration, finding the violence hidden within the beauty of the stars. With telescopes like James Webb, we are seeing the storm in new light, revealing glowing auroras above it. The interaction between the storm and the magnetic field creates a light show that we are just beginning to map. Thermal maps show the spot is warm at the bottom but cold at the top, a complex vertical structure. Winds spin counterclockwise, making it an anti-cyclone, a high-pressure system that pushes clouds higher into the sky. These clouds rise 8 kilometers above the surrounding cloud deck, towering over the rest of the planet's weather. At sunset on Jupiter, the Great Red Spot would cast a shadow that stretches for thousands of miles. But the sun is faint there. Jupiter is 5 times further from the sun than Earth is from it. Sunlight is 25 times weaker there. Yet the storm rages on, powered by the planet, not the star. This independence makes Jupiter almost like a mini solar system of its own, with the spot as its crown. It rules over nearly 100 moons, a king with a chaotic court, and the red spot is its eye, an eye that never blinks, an eye that has watched human history unfold while it spins in the cold dark. While empires rose and fell on Earth, the Great Red Spot was there, spinning, unchanged, indifferent to our struggles. It reminds us that our timescales are nothing to the universe. We are fleeting. The storm is enduring. Astronomy teaches us humility. It shows us monsters that could destroy us without effort, yet we seek to understand them. Our curiosity is our greatest strength. We see a storm that could swallow us, and we want to fly closer. Someday, humans might see the great red spot with their own eyes, looking out from the window of a starship. Until then, we rely on our robotic envoys and our imagination to explore this crimson giant of the solar system. The Great Red Spot, a storm bigger than a planet, a mystery of chemistry, a monster of wind and fire. It remains one of the greatest wonders of our night sky, a testament to the wild diversity of nature. As we drift back through the void, remember that there are storms out there that defy all human imagination. Thank you for joining this journey into the chaos. This has been a production of Dark Sky Dive. Keep looking up and never stop wondering what else is hiding in the dark. See you in the next dive.